Beggary is an art form, and the artist is Pakistan. Having a Palestinian in your house is like having a snake. He will bite you. I'm not saying this, ask the King of Jordan. So in the US, especially, you have the highest number of taxpayers who are Indians. I mean, in terms of percentage, since they follow the law. Prison population of Indians, extremely less. Jai friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English. Like this video, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Now the news for the day is, with 125 billion, India retains top spot in remittance chart. This is as per data shared by World Bank. Now, most of the countries where Indians are, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the most populous nation on earth, more than decent education, people who follow the law, people who are law-abiding, people who pay their taxes, which is the reason why, and of course, they integrate very easily. This is why Indians are most sought after across the world. And most of this money comes from the US, UK, Singapore, Gulf nations, etc., etc. So, you see, top remittance sources are US and Saudi Arabia, with the Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC Council members playing a very significant role. Now, this is everything to do with two things: family values and education. I think that is the crux of the Indian success story outside, ladies and gentlemen. And all of you who are NRIs who are responsible for this 125 billion outside, let me know if what I'm saying makes sense. Family values, because our family values tell us to be friendly to people, to integrate, to treat everybody equally. Nobody is lesser, nobody is more, everybody is equal. We are friendly people. We are told at home to follow the law, be disciplined, be good. And of course, our education system, which is hyper competitive, I will admit, but it does produce brilliant students, people who are willing to put in the extra yards and actually do work. So in the US, especially, you have the highest number of taxpayers who are Indians. I mean, in terms of percentage, you have Indians who are paying maximum taxes. They follow the law. Prison population of Indians, extremely less. They don't break the law. They integrate very easily. And I think this is why Indians are very sought after. So to all our NRIs across the world, a big salute. Very well done. You're our ambassadors. Number two, Pakistan. How can we ignore Pakistan? Pakistani Prime Minister, caretaker, he says Pakistan cannot continue to compromise national security by accommodating illegal aliens. While this is technically correct, I would like to tell Mr. Kakad, Anwarul Haq Kakad, the caretaker Prime Minister of Pakistan, that actually, sir, the first sovereignty that a country needs to seek is economic sovereignty. I'm talking about the 21st century, 2023. There is no geographical sovereignty without economic sovereignty. You do not have economic sovereignty. The State Bank of Pakistan, the chairman is appointed by the IMF. Your economic policies are dictated by the IMF. Your diplomacy is dictated by China. It's dictated by Saudi Arabia and other countries. You are neck deep in loans. There is no freedom. You do not have freedom to operate. Often, I find Pakistanis, comparing themselves with Indians. I think it's a wrong comparison. You're comparing chalk with cheese. It's a very wrong comparison. You are not on the same platform as us. There was a time when Pakistan's economy, Pakistan's rupee, I'm told, was stronger than the Indian rupee. Even then, we did not beg. Even when you were stronger, you were still begging. So, begging is in the blood. It has nothing to do with your circumstances. Even when you were well off, even when Pakistan was doing economically well, not that Pakistan, had made great strides in technology or Pakistan was actually exporting to the world, never. But even when it was getting dollars for the war on terror, and earlier during Ayub Khan's time, money from the Americans, Pakistan was still begging. Beggary is an art form, and the artist is Pakistan. So he's saying that 16 Afghan suicide attacks have taken place since 2021 and 65 Afghan terrorists killed in encounters. So everything, Pakistan's internal weaknesses and fault lines, all blamed upon Afghan refugees. And why did they become refugees in the first place? Because Pakistan took money and created Mujahideen. First, Pakistan used innocent Afghans to wage civil war in Afghanistan, and then today it is throwing out those very Afghans. Pakistanis often say that 80,000 Pakistanis have died, or more than 80,000 Pakistanis have died in terror attacks. Well, these Pakistanis have been dying for 20, 30 years. Why throw out Afghans in 2023? They were dying in 2020. They were dying in 2006, 2008. Why didn't you throw out the Afghans then? Why now? I want Pakistanis to answer this question and write in the comment section why they threw out or decided to throw out Afghans in 2023 only. BP, that company, a ship transport company which transports mostly oil, has paused all Red Sea shipments after rebel attacks. Now, I would call them terror attacks. BBC is calling them rebel attacks. These are terror attacks, and these are by Houthi terrorists supported by Iran, and they will target any vessel that they deem is going towards Israel because they feel that Israel is getting oil, we must cut off oil supplies. And a lot of people, I'm very surprised, a lot of pro-Palestinians, I will not call them pro-Palestinians, I will call them pro-Hamas, they are actually sitting in UK and US and using social media to support Hamas and saying that, well, this ship is, this ship, we have stopped it, and typical Palestinian victim card playing. So there was this, I commented on this on Twitter, and I would request the editor to take out my tweet and put it. So they're firing rockets on ships, okay? They're carrying out terror strikes. They're trying to take over ships and hijack ships. But look how the Palestinian victim card game is played out in front of the world. Look at this photograph. Now, a person has tweeted this photograph, and in this photograph, they say Yemen is standing against Israel. And there is an Israeli ship coming, and one Yemenis guy standing on a drum, right? And he's waving to the Israeli ship, telling them to stop. So, a terrorist has been made to look like a hero. That is what the Palestinians do. All of them indulge, or mostly 90% of them will indulge in acts of terrorism and then try to portray themselves as heroes. That is why no Muslim country is willing to accept Palestinians. Many people have asked me why. Because they've had bad memories. They have bad memories of Palestinians. They have memories of Palestinians stabbing them in the back. The Palestinians will betray anyone who lends them a hand. Today, all these countries, Muslim or otherwise, does not matter. Anybody who is saying, oh, we stand with Palestinians, just wait, you will be betrayed. And if you don't believe me, ask Jordan, ask Egypt, ask Kuwait, ask any of those half a dozen Muslim countries that were stupid enough to let in Palestinians after the Israelis smashed them. Having a Palestinian in your house is like having a snake. He will bite you. I'm not saying this. Ask the king of Jordan, right? Ask the Kuwaiti sheikhs. They will tell you. These are their words, not mine. All right. And we have quickly two more news, ladies and gentlemen. One is Netanyahu says that this is a battle against the Iranian axis. And Netanyahu is, he thanks the United States of America, and the US also says that we will keep on giving weapons to Israel. This giving of weapons to Israel will not stop. And Netanyahu says that this war is not going to stop until and unless, Iran and its unholy nexus has been defeated. I think all of you already know, and I've mentioned this various times, whether it's the Houthis, whether it's the Hamas or the Hezbollah, all of them are funded, trained and equipped by Iran. The head of the snake is the Iranian clergy, those mad lunatic mullahs who are in Tehran and who are ruining everybody's lives. I mean, they need to be called into account, not the Iranian people. I would request the West, you've put so many sanctions against Iran for decades now. Who's suffering? It is the Iranian people who are suffering. And I want to tell the United States of America, the Iranian people are blameless. The Iranians have not done anything wrong. And they are suffering because their leadership is corrupt. And their leadership is absolutely fanatical. What you need to do is find out a way by which you can remove that leadership and have true democracy in Iran. That is what Iran needs. That is what those lovely, hospitable and beautiful people need. They don't need you putting sanction after sanction because those crazy mullahs up there who are ruling Iran, the ayatollahs and their ilk, they don't lack for anything. They rule the country. They live 7-star luxury lifestyles. Who suffers? It is the common Iranian who suffers. And what have you done for the common Iranian? Nothing. You're just putting sanction after sanction, hoping that the regime will buckle. No, they will not. Did Cuba buckle? No. Did Russia buckle? No. Has North Korea buckled? No. So this sanctions game is, it's very limited in its scope here. You have to do better. You have to sort out the Iranian leadership. Don't try and sort out the Iranian people. You're sorting out the wrong people, yeah? You sort out the leadership, not the Iranian people. All right, and this very interesting post is from WOL Palestine, Wall Palestine. And this has been exposed. Wall means within our lifetime, Palestine. And in this guy, and the tweet is here for all of you to see, all these inverted red triangles are places where Jews own businesses in New York. It could be an IT company, a hardware company, a shop, a cafe, a restaurant, a supermarket owned by Jews. Now, these have been posted on the internet, and this man or this person, whoever he is, right, coward, obviously not using his own name or her own name, and these people, what they're doing is inviting people to attack Jewish establishments, which is why I appreciate what Rishi Sunak has done. Throw out all these guys, all these illegal immigrants to Rwanda. Now, that is being made into a law in UK, and I think this is what you need is Suella Braverman. You need people like that, and I would encourage everybody across Europe, pick out your own country. And all these people who love the Sharia, who love Islamic law, I mean, can there be a better example of Islamic law than Afghanistan? Why are they in New York City? Why are they in New York City? Why are these guys in London? They don't deserve to live amongst the civilized. Give money to the Taliban, $1 billion a year. You give $1 billion per year to the Taliban, they'll be more than happy. And Afghanistan has land aplenty. Send all these people who live and die for Sharia on the internet, sipping their cappuccinos and talking about global jihad and talking about how to hit Jews and how to harm the Jews, right? All in the name of faith. All these guys must be sent to Afghanistan or some African country like Somalia, where they'll be very happy under Sharia. I think that's what needs to be done to them. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this video. And if you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.